Inspector Farnsworth of Scotland Yard, the Baldwin Tiara, the Queen's coronation ball, highlight of Launder's social season last year. Among the dazzling jewelry worn by nobility from all over the empire, none attracts more attention than the priceless tiara worn by the Duchess of Baldwin. But is it the real diamond and ruby tiara? Or is it a hoax? The day before the ball, a truck bearing the proud name of London's most famous insurance firm entered the vast estate of the Duke of Baldwin. After a drive of several miles from the entrance gate.
Come right in. The Duke is expecting you.
Lovely, isn't it? Pity we have to keep it locked away most of the time.
Yes, sir. It is beautiful. If you'll just sign for it, sir, I'll be getting back.
Ah, the tiara. I'll take it, Henry. My sister's just arrived, and she's never seen it.
All right, my dear. Though I must say, you've given me no time to admire it.
Why, Henry? You saw it only last year at the Empire Ball, but I'll be wearing it tonight. Never fear.
That night at the coronation ball, the Baldwin Tiara, as usual, was a sparkling success. The next day, Inspector Farnsworth of Scotland Yard is summoned to Baldwin Hall.
It's truly remarkable, sir. No wonder it even fooled you.
I didn't have much time to examine it yesterday, but I did this morning. I wanted to admire it before the man from Boyd's arrived. And I can tell you without hesitation that it's a fake.
I see. And who else besides you and the Duchess handled the tiara here?
Why, no one but my wife's sister and Mrs. Melton. She's been the Duchess's personal maid for years. Surely you don't think...
I'll have to ask them a few questions, sir. Just routine. And when does Boyd take back the tiara?
This afternoon, as usual. That must be them arriving now.
Give it back to him, as if nothing happened, sir. It's not that I suspect the Boyd's people. I just don't want the thieves to think we suspect anything yet.
Just as you say, Inspector.
Was that the same man who brought the tiara back yesterday?
Yes, it is, Inspector. I'm sure of it. Would you like to speak to my wife now?
Later.
Tight little puzzle, isn't it, Inspector?
Rather. Everyone involved seems beyond suspicion. Certainly a firm like Boyd's is, and the Duchess, her maid, and her sister. Odd, isn't it? That fake tiara could have gone back to Boyd's today, and sat there in a vault for months, even years, with no one the wiser.
That's right, Inspector.
Hold on. We've got our answer. The only way that this theft could succeed is if the fake tiara did get back to the vault undetected.
I don't understand, sir. We do know that a fake tiara is on its way to the vault, but the thief has succeeded.
Not at all. Having the tiara, the real one, is nothing. The thief has to dispose of it. With any other jewel piece, he'd just break it up and get rid of each stone individually. But the Baldwin tiara is too well known. If everyone knew it had been stolen, even an individual stone would be too hot for any fence to handle. Now, of all the persons who handled the tiara since it left Boyd's yesterday, only one could be reasonably sure if the theft had gone, and undetected.
Boyd's messenger.
Right. It couldn't be the Duke. He told us. Nor the Duchess, or her sister, or Mrs. Melton, because they wouldn't necessarily know about it if the Duke informed us. It has to be the messenger. But don't break the speed laws on the way to Boyd's. My guess is we won't find what we want when we get there anyway. And it really makes no difference.
At Boyd's.
Well, we'll soon see if you're right, Inspector. Here's the tiara now, real or fake.
It's the genuine Baldwin, just as you predicted.
And here's the fake. It was in the armoured truck, just as you said it would be.
You see, Mr. Boyd, your messenger took both tiaras out to the Duke and gave him the fake, which he prepared. If the substitution worked, he would have brought it back today. But when he saw me with the Duke, he became suspicious. He decided to bring back the genuine tiara and hoped the Duke was simply thinking he'd made a mistake earlier. It was a clever scheme. It would have worked if you'd known one thing. You made your imitation to look like genuine diamonds and rubies. That's why the Duke spotted it so easily. You see, the present Baldwin is itself an imitation. The original was lost more than 500 years ago.
The end.